What is going on, everyone? It is Bobo Mac here, and today we are looking at the Mezco King Kong of Skull Island action figure. Noticed in my introduction that I didn't say 112 because there's no cloth goods. He's not the standard 112 price. Mezco just kind of snuck this in and was like, hey guys, we can also make fun monster figures. And here we are with a big giant gorilla monster. Some people might end up using this as a gorilla grodd for their Mezco 112 Flash, and I really wouldn't see any problem with that. As for the figure itself, though, I'm really satisfied. He's fun. I think he's fun because he's not traditional to Mezco right now in this day and age, because, you know, their focus is the cloth goods and whatnot. So he's got a strange curiosity to him when you hold him in your hands, because you're like, wait a minute, this guy didn't have any like soft fur or anything. It's all sculpted. And speaking of sculpted, let's just start with that head sculpt. Now, he does have an alternate head sculpt, but I'll cover that in accessories. This head sculpt actually looks really cool. It's Mezco's own little spin on the classic King Kong. But everything looks great. The eyes came out really nice. I just love the level of detail there on the nose. This guy's been through some battles, as you can see, with the scars. He's got a cool little gorilla mohawk, faux hawk thing going on there. The fur is all sculpted really nice. I absolutely love the design on this all throughout. It's big and thick. And then as you look on the chest here, you got some more scars from battles. And then you go down to his hands. These are the closed fists, but even those look really great. There's the other side. And then we get to the feet. The feet, to me, are always the important part with a figure like this, because if you don't got good looking feet, it just kind of takes away from the figure. But Mezco actually did a really good job with that. Look at that detail there. And it's even more impressive on the bottom. And apparently the camera's not working with us, guys, but those came out great. So overall, in terms of sculpting wise, do I feel like I got my $40 worth on the sculpting? Yes, I do. Now, as far as the articulation goes, the head's got a front ball dumbbell joint there that allows for a lot of range of motion. It's a unique way to do this figure. So it can look up. You can look not really down, but more neutral. And then you can take it side to side. And if you, well, it came off there. But if you're really careful, you can spin it all the way around. But I do like the way that joint works for bringing the head in and out. And as you can see, that's kind of a common problem right now. It keeps popping out. Now it's good. So we're good. Now, in terms of the arms, they do go up that much. They do go down. They spin all the way around. No bicep cut. Single bend at the elbow with a swivel and hinge apparatus attached to it. So that's not too bad. And then we got ball joints at the, ball pegs, excuse me, at the hands. Now, in terms of the upper body, he is on a diaphragm joint. You can bring him back. You can bring him forward. You can get him to go side to side and spin all the way around. Now, let's get to the legs. His legs can only go out that far. It's a bit disappointing. So that's something to note. You can only kick that far. It's a tad sad. It can go back a little bit, which is cool. The knees are my biggest area of concern. The knees, they're almost non-existent. You got the swivel and hinge joint there. They don't go too far forward. They don't really go too far back. So that's a bit sad. But the feet work really good because they're on a ball peg as well. And look at how those feet rock. They go down quite a bit. They don't really go up that much, but got that rocking action for all those rocker fans out there. So overall, Do I feel like I got $40 worth of articulation? Yes and no. When it comes to the lower body, it could have been done maybe a little better. I don't know. I do know that I wish the legs would have moved a little further back and forwards. But at the same time, I get why it's done the way it is for sculpting reasons. So that's my take on that. The feet work tremendously. I really have no complaints about the upper body at all, really. Those all seem to work really fine for me. So there is that. Let's go ahead and move on to accessories, and then we'll wrap this video up, okay? Alright, guys, let's talk accessories. Now, King Kong here does come with several sets of hands. Well, actually 1.5 sets, not counting the two-fisted hands. We have a open gripping hand, and then we have another open gripping hand. And all the hands are done well. And then we have this tight gripping hand. And the reason I'm bringing this up now is what you do is just unplug it and then pop it in and you're good. And the reason for this is that we have this blonde bombshell here in her nightgown screaming. And why is she screaming? Well, it's quite simple, folks. King Kong has snatched her up. And he holds her quite well. And she's scared. You turn her around, turn him around. You can sort of get him to look at her if you position it right, like right there. Looks a lot better. But that's a very cool accessory set. And then another accessory set we get are these chains. These giant metal looking chains. And this one's open, but it has the same principle as the Mezco 112 Frankenstein. All you have to do is pop it off and pop it on. And they do fit around the figure's wrist. And the last accessory is going to require us to pop off the head and put on the alternate head. Let's see. And we have an angry Kong here with fangs yelling. He's angry. He's ready for a battle. And he obviously needs to brush his teeth. But lots of nice detail, especially within the mouth. Let's see if I can get some light within that mouth. There you go. You can sort of see it. Very cool job on Mezco's part. Everything came out fine. So overall, very satisfying amount of accessories. Let's do a quick size roundup real quick and wrap this video up. Alright guys, here we are with our size roundup. In the middle, of course, we have the Mezco King Kong. To the left, we have a Diamond Select Pacific Rim robot figure. And then on the other end, we have our black and white NECA Godzilla, which will probably work really great with the PX version of this guy, who also comes with a dinosaur head and bone. But as far as the mainstream, I guess, quote-unquote, release of this guy, I definitely do enjoy him. I think he's pretty cool. I probably won't be picking up the PX version, to be honest. I'm more than happy with one Kong figure. I don't know if I need a black and white one. As far as the black and white Godzilla goes, that's a friend of mine that I borrowed for this review. But hopefully that size scaling does help you out in determining whether or not you want to purchase this guy. Personally, I dig the figure. It's something a little different than what we normally get with the Mezco line of products. So that is very cool. I believe they're doing an 18 inch as well. So if you're into that, be on the lookout for that once it drops. But hopefully this review helped you determining whether or not you wanted this guy or not. So thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. It does mean a lot for anybody to come here and see what's going on and taking time out of their day. So thank you guys. Of course, I have a whole bunch of links in the description below. If you get some free time, head over to undercovercapes.com for all your geekiness in the podcast verse. And go check out Extreme Dash Sets today over at extreme-sets.com. And other than that, guys, a quick slideshow at the end. I wish I had something a little better for the slideshow. I just don't have diorama pieces that really fit these characters. I know there's a lot of cool people on Instagram that do, But with that being said, take care, everyone. Until next time, great googly moogly.